My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Hearthstone Arena. Oh, baby. What have we got this time? Show me a priest! No priest. Paladin. I think I've played the other two more recently than that. The only one of these that's individually powerful is the Twilight Drake. Especially if you play it really early. All of these are trash. Like, all of them are really bad. Oh, wow. I'll take a throw off fast here. Oh, wow. I hate having to have made that pick. A Wild Pyromancer or an Imp Master? I feel I take Wild Pyromancer only because I could possibly get a quality, in which case it'll be hilariously good as board clear. Take the Hungry Dragon in order to get a huge dude out. Consecration, of course, for the board clear. That's an Ancient Brewmaster. It's just good stats-wise. I'm not actually a huge fan of the Guardian of Kings. It's one more mana and shittier stats than a Yeti. So I'm gonna go with the Blessing of Kings just because it's individually powerful. The Direwolf Alpha is actually way better in Paladin due to the fact that you have... What the hell just happened to my voice? Due to the fact that you have 2 mana 1/1s constantly. Truce of a Champion, always pick. Okay, this is interesting. So Chromagus... So it's either Kel'Thuzad or Chromagus. So playing Kel'Thuzad and then trading minions would win me the game almost always, almost all of the time, just awesomely. But that relies on me already having minions. Chromagus generates me card advantage and is just a big dude in general. I'm usually pretty efficient with my cards. I'm gonna take Kel'Thuzad. Ooh, this is a shame. I'm gonna take the Blessing of Kings again. That's another Consecration. I'm really feeling really bad about this early game going on currently. Oh shit, I want to take the Shielded Minibot, but there's a Truce of a Champion. I have to take it. Direwolf Alpha. I need more Shielded Minibots, please. Coghammer versus Sword of Justice. I think it's actually Coghammer. Give a random minion Divine Shield and Taunt. Oh, yeah, plus it immediately removes something. Yeah, I'll take the Coghammer. And that's another Coghammer then. Jesus Christ, I've got a lot of weapons in this deck. Argent Squire is the early game? No, it's gotta be Bluegill or something like that, right? Yeah. Bluegill for earlier game removal. Spiteful Smith is actually gonna be way better than Stranglethorn Target considering I have 4 weapons already in my deck. Stampeding Kodo is really good removal if it hits. River Crocolisk, I just need 2 drops. That's an Acidic Swamp Ooze. Even though drawing 2 cards is really good, I need earlier game plays. I have exactly 0 Death Rattles. So that makes this a... Actually, that makes this a Seal of Light. I don't need anything more on the 4-drop slot. Argent Protector is amazing. Volcanic Drake is actually pretty good, if you ask me. But I want earlier game. Oh, God. I really want to... I'm not going to take it, but only because it has 4 health, and 4 health is bad. Says the Bluegill Warrior, because it dies to so many things, 4 health. Acidic Swamp Ooze. That's going to be a Mind Control tech. Helps me fill out my 3s. Another Argent Protector is pretty amazing in the early game. Stormwind Champion is amazing in Paladin in general because of the 1/1s. And this one is going to be a Demolisher. Now, the reason the Demolishers are actually surprisingly good in this deck is because they survive most often. They tend to survive. And then we just hit them with a Blessing of Kings and it suddenly becomes a 5/9. Which can remove any 4-drop, pretty much. Okay, this is a little touch and go, right? We need to mulligan aggressively for our Acidic Swamp Oozes so we can guarantee the ability to kill 2 3s. Acidic Swamp Ooze or Wild Pyromancer, that is. This is weird. I don't like the curve of this deck at all. It's horrid in curve, but a lot of the cards are really high quality. Oh. I feel like I severely fucked up in that draft, actually. I feel like I should have picked a lot lower quality cards, but a better curve. Just so that my high quality cards come out good on curve, and then win the game for me.
The light shall bring victory.
I will fight with honor.
I have so many 2-drops that I can't afford to keep all of those. Plus, none of them are overwhelmingly good in the early game anyhow. My opponent mulliganed their entire hand. I'm pretty happy about that. Means there's relatively low chance for the possibility of a, say, North Sheer Cleric. I actually just have to generate a minion, so boom. Take that. 2 damage to the face. Oh yeah. Oh, a heal. Ah, I see your game. I'm trying to keep on curve. I could bluegill Argent next turn if I really wanted to, but it's probably going to be Blessing of Kings on the mind control tech. Wow, coining a heal. My opponent is the best video gamer ever. Okay, I'll attack, and then bounce it. We're getting very close to the turn where I'll have Bluegill Warrior, Blessing of Kings, in order to have a 6/5 charge. That could be pretty cool. The reason I've done this is because I want something with singular enough stats to take out a Lightspawn. With the Argent Protector protecting it, I would be able to kill a Lightspawn and stay alive. I can't kill that. Damn it. 1 off. Of course it's that card. I'll save the Blessing of Kings for the moment. So I'm actually just gonna sack that. It's also worth noting that it would have gotten buffed constantly while I played Murlocs. This helps me curve out a little better because I've got this to buff a much smaller minion rather than buffing this. Because if I buff this and it gets hit by, you know, Big Game Hunter, if it gets hit by Shadower Death, if it gets hit by, you know, just any single target removal, then I'm super fucked. But if I have a 6/6 and a 5/4, killing one of them doesn't really matter that much to me, to be completely honest with you.
Do you like to play with fire?
Okay. Ooh, rough. I mean, my best play is, okay, fine.
For justice. I can't do that.
This is my best play long term. I want to have more minions on the field when my Stormwind Champion hits. And this almost guarantees removal next turn by itself, if maybe it takes the Silverhand Recruit as well. So the only thing that my opponent hits on 6 mana that they didn't have on 5 is Holy Fire and Light Bomb. So either of those, Holy Fire clears the Ancient Brewmaster, Light Bomb clears the board. But then I get to develop the board in my own image.
The damned stand ready.
Uh-huh. Ha! That's one of my cards. Okay. Okay. I see what you're going with here.
For justice.
I'll pop that. And then, you know, just brutally fuck your face. It's worth noting that Bluegill Warrior Blessing of Kings is going to be a 7/6 next turn, thanks to the buff from the Stormwind Champion. Oh, okay. hey, guess what? It's really important that it's a 7-6, because 6 plus 7 is 13. 1-0.
Quite what was planned.
My opponent having to heal themselves in the face for the first 2 turns was... like, it almost inevitably resulted in that. We didn't even curve out that well. We had shitty early plays, but our opponent had no early plays, so shitty early plays is better than no early plays. It's just mathematics. Our opponent might have also gotten fucked on their draft. I only say that because they had a Murloc Tidecaller, which you just don't draft. Even if you're trying to get a Murloc deck, you don't try and get a Murloc deck, and then you don't draft the Murloc Tidecaller. Oh man, Bluegill Warrior is probably going to be my only immediate response. I've got 2 Consecrations in the deck, so I'm going to throw one back. Ugh. I mean, that's a shitty curve, but luckily True Super Champion is there. My opponent, again, mulliganed all of their cards, so we don't have to worry too much. Hopefully they don't coin anything on turn 1. If they don't coin anything, I can go with the Bluegill Warrior. Then they hero power on turn 2, and then I Argent Protect my Bluegill Warrior and run to the face again. Oh crap, I missed 2 damage. Oops.
That was a mistake.
It's a charge minion, what am I doing? Oh, really? Well now. That was not anticipated. Unfortunately, that means I can't play the Demolisher. Because if I play the Demolisher up against that, guess what? I die. My opponent can't coin Consecration after attacking here. They can't really do an incredible amount right now, so I'm not scared. Did you see me shaking? Did you see me shaking? Except for all the shaking I was just doing. Cokehammer is about as effective. In fact, it's a little more effective than the True Super Champion right now. I hate to say it, but it's true. 2 True Super Champions in hand, and I didn't even play either of them. Wow. Are you kidding me? Really? Okay. That's a wild play right there. I mean, I'm not going to give my opponent a card just so I can do 2 damage to their face, but it has Divine Shield and it has Taunt. My opponent needs to deal with that card more than I do. I can just leave it there forever, and they will eventually have to kill it. Oh man, this is radical, I love it. Okay. I'm going to use my hero power as often as possible. It's fine to waste the 1 charge of the 2-1, because otherwise I would have had to, what, you know, sack the Silverhand Knight in, use a Demolisher, Argent Protect the Demolisher so the Demolisher survives, you know, it's just, it's too much already. Wow! You got yourself a 1-1. That's actually pretty valuable, but still, wow! How dare you go for the fucking face? How dare you? I wonder if my opponent has another mind control tech in hand. Why would you? Oh my god, I love it.
Truth is my shield.
Break the shield. Casually.
The battle.
Hey, pop that. Hero power.
Reporting for duty.
I don't want to give my opponent anything more for Consecrate. Like, I want them to have to desperately Consecrate just to remove the Divine Shield from this and the Silverhand Knight. So I don't want to put Direwolf Alpha down yet. Well, do you? Man, always to the face. Is there any way I have lethal this turn? It's actually a legitimate question, that. So consecrate attack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. There is a play I could make where I die Wolf Alpha here, right? And then I do all of my attacks, and then I Ancient Brewmaster the Die Wolf Alpha back, and then I Die Wolf Alpha in a different position and make more attacks. Hang on, I'll just show it to you, fuck it.
To battle.
I mean, this is the most effective removal I can do of that anyhow. And it leaves me with 8 damage on board. So I can do 10 damage to the face if I really wanted. But I don't. I mean, I feel like I want to kill the Wild Pyromancer. I'll give my opponent a card.
I'll put it on your head. Reporting for duty. On your head.
Yeah, I'll remove that back to hand. I really don't see myself losing this one, to be completely honest with you. If my opponent had an equality, they would have done it immediately after the Pyromancer. If they had a consecration, they would have played it fucking ages ago. Oh no! It's a Tyrion Fordring. Oh no. Guys, how are we gonna deal with a Tyrion Fordring? Hang on. I'm gonna do that first, just in case. Okay, so it wasn't what I thought it was, but still. Does my opponent, are they gonna resummon it? Redemption! It comes back to life. They've been setting up for that all game. Okay, so we no longer win. Do we? No, we no longer win. Okay, I'll clear it with that because I don't want to lose either of these. Okay, they have another weapon, and fuck your weapon.
The victory.
Yeah, well played. Oh. Fell so far behind only to try and pull that shit on me. So, hey look, it looks like we're gonna get 3 victories and 40 spells cast in the next game. So we just need to make sure that first off we win, and secondly that we cast at least 1 spell. And then, woo! USA! USA!
Uther versus Jaina.
See, I want to be going second so that I can actually use my stuff reactively.
Fight with honor.
That's actually relatively good. I'll throw back the Demolisher because I have stronger 4s. That's not a stronger 4. Actually, it plus that plus another 2 would be a strong 4 because it would buff my Coghammer. Wow! To the point that it would actually be a 4/2 weapon, I imagine, by that point. And my opponent would have their turn 3 before I have the turn to do that. So unless they coin out a 5-drop, which has 4 health, or 6 health, I guess, then I would be able to kill it with just that. Okay, this is actually pretty good. I want my opponent not to play Zombie Chow or Worgen Infiltrator, basically.
Do you need a blessing?
Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna Seal of Light to kill that. No, I'm gonna River Crocolisk. Okay, so if my opponent wants to use a ping plus trade, that's their prerogative. It means I have to play off curve, but it means they have to play off tempo, so whee! You done fucked up, son. You done fucked up. That is exactly what I wanted you to do.
For justice.
Say hello to my little mini-bot. With taunt as well. I womp a mini-bot. And it's a beast rather than a mech. I womped a mini-bot, and I made it flesh incarnate. Yeah, you're not going to be able to kill it in one shot, buddy. Oh, Ice Lance? Why? Okay, so I want to... I mean, I might want to cast these spells, and I definitely don't want to remove the Divine Shield, so I'll go with the Acidic Swamp boost. And I'll actually summon a 1-1. So, my opponent has 2 targets that they want to hit with their hero power. They want to... What? Wait, hang on. The last turn, they had the ability to remove the... The only reason it would make sense to keep the Divine Shield alive... The only reason it would make sense to keep the Divine Shield alive is if you had a, Whew.
I'll put it on your
I'll do that.
head.
Is if you had a Blood Knight, but you were doing that on turn 3, so if you had a Blood Knight, you would have played a Blood Knight. Right? I believe those are fair assumptions for you to make. My opponent's doing a lot of stall plays, but they're not really kind of slowing me down. Like, oh, if it hits this once, yeah, that's fair enough. If it hits it twice, I'm a sad dude. Because it means my opponent doesn't need to use 2 mana in order to remove it. Instead, they just generate a minion. Please be a minion I can hit with the Stampeding Cotto. Come on, you know you want to. You know you want it. I can hit one of those with the Stampeding Kodo, but it's just not... It's not viscerally exciting. Oh well.
For justice.
Does help me deal some damage to the face. Which is ultimately my goal, I suppose. It also develops a minion that's immune to Flame Strike, so if my opponent does a ping here, I know they're going to Flame Strike next turn. Well, it's not immune to Flame Strike, it just doesn't die to Flame Strike. Oh, if that runs... Oh, really? Gosh. Gosh, my opponent is in dire straits right now. I love it.
Reporting for duty.
Ooh, something from way over here. So if it's Flame Strike, I'm really confused about my opponent wasting so many cards last turn. Unless it's like... Unless they're the best player. It's possible. Ooh, can't Kodo that. Hit master. Damn! One more minion! Uno mas! Uno mas! Consecration's actually good here. Okay. Consecration, trade that in plus my weapon. I'll actually use this one. Yeah. The reason I'm fine with using that one, by the way,
Reporting for duty.
is because I'm gonna have 2 2-1s on the field, anyhow. It was either that or develop another Coghammer and hope that it gets the Divine Shield so I can attack face. Which didn't exactly seem like the best opportunity. Things have been made pretty easy for me so far by my opponents, I'll be completely honest about that. I don't know, maybe it's this time of day, but the caliber is a little, Well, hey, good play. Hit anything but the middle. Boom. Thank you.
Justice. Reporting for duty.
Okay, that is long past lethal on my board. Let's see if the opponent can hold me off. Yeah, that works. Hey, and it even removes the Stampeding Kodo now. Well done.
Justice.
Another Flame Strike? Another Flame Strike? How low in health do you want to go, buddy? I have 2 True Super Champions still in my deck. Either of those wins the game on a top deck. Wow. I'm versing the most radical player of all time. I have to remember to use Seal of Light after attacking with my 1/1s. Otherwise it will kill them. Are you gonna ping to remove my 2/1? In which case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 damage. And 11. 11 damage? Whoop! That's enough.
Well played. The battle.
Well played, do that, and then I can do that. Boom! Exact lethal. I know how to count, motherfuckers. Don't double. Don't question me. There's the Spellmaster and the Victory Quest. We are entirely being carried by the strength of our cards. Coghammer. Wow. 2 Coghammers. Wow. 2 True Silver Champions, 2 Consecrates. Wow, wow, wow. It's even good enough to make up for that fucking Bluegill Warrior that's always in my opening hand.
Will fight with honor.
I kind of want to save the Acidic Swamp boost, but I do have 2. I mean, the world's strongest play is coin Acidic Swamp Ooze and then Argent protect my Acidic Swamp Ooze to kill something.
The light protects me.
The strongest play of all time. Just marvel at its strongness. If my opponent has a Direwolf Alpha, by the way, I'm the saddest man. What? No. No Direwolf Alpha. Really? Interesting.
Not on my watch.
With a play like that, it's possible that our opponent has Blood Knight or Blessing of Kings. Like, it's more likely that they have either of those cards because that makes that play less questionable. Okay, I want individually powerful cards. So do that.
This is my responsibility.
Oh, my opponent can clean with Consecration. Bang, Consecrate. Yep. They rightly cleaned my clock, they did. Get out of my life. I'm a little behind where I'd want to be, but, you know, it's okay. This is just a 2 damage delivery method right now. That's all it's there for. True Silver Champion removes that, obviously.
For justice. The battle.
Probably Hungry Dragon Direwolf Alpha next turn. Generates a lot of minions on board. The Direwolf Alpha next to the Silverhand Recruit is most likely going to be able to kill whatever the 1-cost minion is. Oh, great. I don't want that.
Reporting for duty.
Yuck.
Is someone injured?
Oh, whenever a minion is healed, so it doesn't matter.
For justice.
Actually, I'll go minion again.
Reporting for duty.
That's actually one of the better stat distributions that you find on 1 mana. I mean, there's 2 1s, 3 1s. The only 3-1, by the way, is Dust Devil. Shaman card, Overload 2, Wind Fury. Whee! I mean, I'm still sad. I'm still sad because the Azure Drake is getting my opponent a lot of value, right? They develop a minion, and that minion makes me a sad dude. Huh. I mean, I think I attack there and then just True Silver.
For justice. Reporting for duty.
So they get another card in hand, plus a 4/4 body on the field, which takes away half of my weapon. You know, it's actually pretty good for them. These Bluegill Warriors become infinitely more powerful when the Stormwind Champion is working. Okay, I've got to run a Bluegill Warrior into that. I could kill it. Actually, I will.
For justice.
Yep. Oh, that Direwolf Alpha is poorly positioned. It's on the wrong side. Should be with the Silverhand on this side. Okay. Next turn I have... I mean, I have to imagine a world where my opponent plays no taunts and doesn't heal. So next turn I have 3, 7, 12, 14 damage. Okay. That's fine. It really only removed a 2/2. That's all it really did.
Reporting for duty.
If I can kill that... Damn it. Can't kill it. I think I actually remove it. Do I go for face? I mean, because I want to generate stuff, but I don't want the Explosive Sheep to kill my stuff. Where's Kel'Thuzad? I want Kel'Thuzad out while the Stormwind Champion is here. Because then the Stormwind Champion trades against, you know, whatever it wants to trade against. Kel'Thuzad brings it back. Oh, that's really good for me. That's also pretty good for me. That could easily make it horrible for me. Okay. How do I make this less bad? I can't.
For the alliance.
So I initially do this. I was expecting Avenge anyhow. It is Avenge. Okay. And that means this dies in Blessing of Kings. Hang on. I should have sacrificed this before. Then I would have had a Blessing of Kings. Stormwind. Yeah, I fucked up. I could Consecration to remove that, rather than Blessing of Kings. No.
The battle. Reporting for duty.
This does, however, make me a sad dude. I'm wide open to a really good Consecration right now. I mean, it's relatively good. It actually doesn't kill the Direwolf Alpha. Oh, I don't care. Make it a fucking 2/2. I really don't... It's a 2/2, by the way, because it's next to the Direwolf Alpha. I really don't care. It's kind of like a way better raid leader right now.
Reporting for duty.
Oh, baby. Okay. It's pretty good. I feel like I might ignore that.
For justice. The battle. For the alliance. Reporting for duty.
If my opponent did have Consecration last turn, they don't have it this turn. So, I'm assuming their top deck wasn't Consecration. Kazan Mystic for a secret I don't have. Excellent. I do have to kill this before I consecrate. However.
To battle. For justice.
Consecrate.
To battle.
We'll trade that there just to keep my Stormwind Champion safe. I mean, this will get an extra damage if I leave it out there. Okay. It's almost certain that I win now. Look at this Stralmar Farseer. It's basically a fucking, what do you call it? 6 mana Wind Fury Harpy. Well played. So that puts us on 4 and 0 right now. Entirely based off the quality of our cards. God. Alright, we'll play one more game and then we'll cut to a part 2. I was strongly hoping that I wouldn't have to cut to a part 2. It's weird, because when I record and I don't have a lot of time to be recording, this is being recorded, by the way, moments before it needs to be uploaded. Oh, hey, 420, YOLO.
I will fight.
Blaze it every day, son. I want a better 2-drop. It's really greedy, but... Ugh, that was way too greedy. Anyhow, when I record these just before they need to go up, it's like, I want it to go up as soon as possible, so I need to lose, basically. I need to go 0-3. Because that'll take a very short amount of time. Damn all of my recent arena successes. Oh, it's time for the meta. It's time for boot meta. Are you ready? You ready for a miracle? As ready as you can be? We're looking for boots, son. Boots and nothing but boots. I'll end my turn. Back to boot meta. If you're wondering what boot meta is, boots can grow here. And I am going to randomly refresh all of these plants until one of them is a boot. That is a very unfortunate play for me. I can't play Argent Protector against it. It's equivalent to playing the Argent Protector. This Silverhand Knight right now. There's a boot. We have one boot. I can't believe we got a boot that early. Boots are usually way later in the game. I might have to coin the True Super Champion here. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Demolisher. That is the first boot all day. And it only took like a few minutes. These boots are really rare. They're also made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. So. Whoa! Whoa! I don't appreciate that. If I can get back on the board using a consecration at some point, I will win the game, but... Wow.
For justice.
This is actually really good, this Stampeding Kodo. Kills the Mech Warper while it's in its Divine Shield. That's really good. I just need to hope my opponent doesn't make a totem or anything stupid this turn. Which I guess also means that I want my opponent to speed up rather than slow down. Ugh. Lame. I'm going to be bleeding health left, right, and center, so, you know, hopefully you enjoy the sight of that.
For justice.
Wow. My opponent tried to play aggressive, and I just had really good cards for anti-aggression. Shit, dude! Oh, yeah, it only got one attack. But still, shit, dude, that's actually really powerful. Fuck me. I think it's Blessing of Kings, Ancient Protector. Sorry, Argent Protector. Come on, I'll Argent Protect ya. My opponent only needs 4 damage to win the game right now. Sad life, sad wife. No! I crushed a boot! Okay, that's probably a good sign. I can use this True Super Champion to heal up a little bit. Don't be a taunt totem. Okay, wasn't a taunt totem. I think that's the safest play.
Reporting for duty.
It's very possible that the mind control tech becomes suddenly useful. Suddenly useful.
Drink with me, friend.
It gets played again for 1 mana. Okay.
Bring out your dead.
For justice.
I could have mind control tech there. I'm a dumb dude. Okay, so I have 8, 6, 14 damage next turn, just from the Stormwind Champion being generated. Oh. Thank fuck for my opponent going super over-aggressive and just eating shit, basically. I'm gonna use Seal of Light. Now, I'm gonna use Seal of Light mostly for the health gain here.
Can't do that.
And also so that I can deliver 8 damage to face rather than having to take 8 damage to the 1/1. The reason for this is because if my opponent has like Wind Fury Rockbite a weapon, or Bloodlust Wind Fury, or Bloodlust, you know, it really sucks to leave any totems on the field. So that puts us at 5-0, and we're going to be cutting to a part 2. You will be able to find the link to part 2 down in the description below. Hope to see you there.